Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing another news and stuff video. As always, I have a lot of things to talk about, but before I get into the news portion of the video, I just wanted to mention that Shannon from CanterburyRoadCo is having a giveaway on her Instagram right now. So if you go to her Instagram page, you can figure out how to enter. It's an international giveaway and you have the opportunity to win a book and a matching candle, which is pretty exciting. So again, I'll leave a link to that down below. And now I'm gonna get into the news. So actually the last thing that I have written down is the first thing that I want to talk about just because I have been waiting for this. Like, I am so happy. So it's been announced that Sabrina the Teenage Witch is going to be getting her own television show on the CW. It's going to be a very dark series. I think it's going to be focused on the chilling adventures of Sabrina the comics. For those who don't know, Sabrina the Teenage Witch is actually a character from Archie comics. So as soon as Riverdale got their show, I was like, bring back Sabrina. And I've just been waiting for Sabrina to make an appearance on Riverdale, but now she's not only making an appearance, she's gonna be getting her own show. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. This is like everything that I've wanted because I grew up with Sabrina the Teenage Witch and I love that show so much. I used to like watch reruns a couple of years ago because they have the whole series on Amazon Prime and I still love it. Like, it still holds up. Salem is hilarious. I love Harvey. I love Sabrina, obviously, and I love her aunts. So I'm just really looking forward to having Sabrina back on TV and to have like new stuff to watch about her. Now I'm going to talk about some book stuff. So first of all, Hank Green is going to be releasing his debut novel next year in 2018 in the fall. His novel was inspired by the way that he dealt with internet fame, and it has hints of mystery and science fiction to it. And the title of the book is called An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. And then speaking of the Green brothers, since my last news video, we've also gotten the cover for Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which comes out very, very soon. We've also gotten special edition covers for the Darkest Minds series by Alexandra Bracken. They're special editions of the paperback books in the series, and they're going to be available on January 2nd of 2018. You can already pre-order them, and Alex has posted photos of them on her Instagram, and I'll have some photos of them here. But they're really, really pretty. I think that they do a good job of staying true to the series, and I love like the neon sign look that they have to them. Then we also have a cover change to talk about, and that is the Ember in the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir. We got a title for the third book, which is going to be called A Reaper in the Gates, and that's going to be coming out next year in 2018. I believe it's in the spring. Along with that announcement came the cover change announcement. Sabaa has showed the new covers off on all of her social media. Again, I'll have those here. This is tough because I really love the series and I really love the original covers. The new covers, I like them for what they're doing. I like the fact that they are like representing the cast of characters and that they're putting diverse characters on the book cover. Like, I really do appreciate that aspect of it, but I typically don't like covers where there are people on the cover. I don't really love them. I'm still gonna read it because I still do really enjoy the series, and also, again, I get why it's a great thing that this cover change happened. I just personally don't like covers with people on them. Let me know your thoughts. And A Reaper in the Gates is going to be coming out on April 10th of 2018. Then I was super excited because I subscribed to Susan Dennard's newsletter, and in that newsletter she announced that there is going to be a novella that is coming in the Witchland series, and it's going to be called Sight Witch, and she also revealed the cover for it, which I think is really beautiful. I think it fits really well with the other covers that have been in the series so far. Again, I don't love people on covers, but I do like that this cover is like cohesive with the rest of the series. So it's called Sight Witch, and it's actually going to be illustrated, which I think is really cool. And because the main character that it focuses on is a sight witch, the whole story is told by the way that she sees and the things that she draws. So it's going to be a lot of like reading her diary entries and like seeing scenes the way that she's seeing the scenes. And I believe that this is like a journal that she left to, I want to say, Prince Merrick before his time to explain an event that went on. So I'm pretty excited about this one. Also in April of 2018, it's been announced that Sarah J. Maas is going to be releasing a novella in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and it's going to be narrated by Feyre and Rhysand. So I'm pretty excited about this because just when you thought that we weren't really going to get any more of them, we were told that the next books in the series would be focusing on on other characters. I'm just so happy that we're gonna get more closure with these two characters because I think we're all like pretty attached to them at this point. So I'm super looking forward to this, and I cannot wait until they do the cover reveal. So far, like, they've always released the teaser image with the color of the cover. So this one is green, and I just have really high hopes for what it's gonna look like. We also got a cover for Given to the Earth, which is the next book after Given to the Sea, which came out last year. It's a duology, and it follows a girl who lives in a kingdom where every generation there is a woman that must be sacrificed to the sea in order to keep the rest of the population in all of the kingdoms surrounding the sea thriving. Otherwise, there will be a giant wave that comes and just destroys everything. And there's also going to be a special collector's edition of Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I sadly didn't really like this book very much. Like, I thought it was okay, but after like time has passed, I've decided not to continue with the series, which is really sad because this cover is so beautiful. Like, I wish that they would do this cover for a book that I really liked because it's so pretty. And this comes out on Halloween. Oh my gosh. And then probably the best news ever is that Victoria Schwab has signed a new deal with Tor. So Victoria is going to be writing 3 new books set in the Shades of Magic world. It's going to be called Threads of Power, and it's going to take place 5 to 10 years after the events of A Conjuring of Light. And this series is expected to debut in 2020. In addition to that, she also signed a deal with them for a standalone book called Black Tabs, and she is describing this as her homage to Blade Runner, and I believe that this is going to be focused on a female assassin, and it's going to be set in New York City. And then we also have Vengeful coming out from her next year, which is pretty exciting because I think we've all been waiting for that sequel to Vicious. Next, for any contemporary fans out there, it has been announced that Emery Lord is going to be writing a sequel to The Start of You and Me, and it's going to be called The Map from Here to There. This book is expected to come out in 2019, and we don't have a cover for it just yet. We'll probably get it sometime next year. We also got the cover for Nightblood, which is the 3rd book in the Frostblood saga by Ellie Blake. I recently read the first one and I really enjoyed it, so I am pretty excited to read Fireblood and then to read Nightblood. And we also got a cover for Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman, which is the 2nd book in the Arc of Scythe series. I always struggle on saying that word, but I am trying. I really like that it is kept in the same art style. I like the new colors that are incorporated, and it's reminding me that I really need to read Scythe like very soon. Then some of the most bittersweet news that we've gotten is that Disney is actually going to be pulling all of their titles from Netflix, and they're going to be starting their own streaming service. This is going to happen in 2019, and I say that it's bittersweet because I really did enjoy having Disney titles on Netflix, and I really am not looking to like have another streaming service because there are just so many of them nowadays. But I feel like if anybody can pull it off, it would be Disney, because they've also announced that they're going to have some movies and TV shows that are going to be exclusive only to the streaming service. So I think that's really what's going to like get people to sign up for it. And it will be nice to have the entire Disney catalog at your fingertips to access whenever the mood strikes. The winners of the Hugo Awards were also announced, which was pretty exciting, especially because the winner of Best Novella was Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire, which I loved that book, so I was really excited that she won. And in addition to that, the winner for Best Novel was The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. Also, Monstrous won for Best Graphic Story, and The Expanse television show, which is on Sci-Fi, won for Best Short Form Presentation. The first season of that is based on Leviathan Wakes, and it's part of the Expanse series by James S.A. Corey. And speaking of N.K. Jemisin, it's also been announced that her first book, the 5th season, is actually being adapted and made into a television show. The adaptation is going to premiere on TNT, and it's being handled by Lee Dana Jackson, who worked on Sleepy Hollow and The Helix for Sci-Fi. It's also been announced that David Tennant will be starring in the adaptation of Good Omens. This is going to be adapted for the BBC, and you'll also be able to view it on Amazon. And we actually got our first sneak peek of him and I think it's Michael Sheen, who are playing the 2 main characters, and he looks so different. It's like, whoa. But I'm pretty excited to watch this adaptation. I really want to reread the book before it comes out, so I have that just hanging out over there on my TBR. Oh, and The Valiant is also being adapted for the CW, which is pretty exciting, and that actually inspired me to pick up that book. I know a bunch of my friends have enjoyed it. I have not yet read it, but I think that anything that is like female warrior inspired will be really cool, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one. Julie Murphy announced a sequel to Dumplin', and it's going to be called Puddin'. We've also gotten some Riverdale season 2 posters, which we'll just show here. I seriously cannot wait for the show to come back. Like, this show is the best. I don't even feel bad about loving it as much as I do. And as you probably know, Stranger Things is going to be coming back on, I want to say October 27th, but it's been confirmed that Stranger Things will be getting a 3rd season, but that may be its last season. Another series, the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness, is also being adapted. The first book being A Discovery of Witches, and the adaptation is going to be for the UK and Ireland, but it will be shown in the US. We just don't know exactly when that will happen yet. And the people working on it so far are Teresa Palmer from Warm Bodies and Matthew Good from Downton Abbey and Watchmen. And in my last news video, I had mentioned how Nicholas Hoult was in talks to play the lead in the Tolkien biopic, and it has since been announced that Lily Collins and Anthony Boyle have also joined the cast. And then a couple of Funkos that are coming out. Box Lunch actually released an exclusive Funko for Harry Potter, which I will show you an image of. I also showed it to you in one of my bookish vlogs from like 2 times ago. And then Barnes & Noble has an exclusive Ginny in her Quidditch robes. We also have exclusives for New York Comic Con that are coming. Oh my gosh, I think it's next week already. That's crazy. My favorite one is Snape in the Boggart outfit. It's so funny. So there's that one. There is a Funko coming for Grindelwald, and then there is also a rock candy statue of Luna with a lion head. And there are new elf Funkos coming, which is exciting. And there are also Portal Funkos, which are coming, which is my husband's favorite game, so I think he's probably excited for those. He's nodded yes. And it's been announced that J.J. Abrams will write and direct Star Wars 9, and it has been moved back to its original release date of December 20th, 2019. And then finally, the BBC is working on a new Harry Potter documentary, and it is going to showcase the making of the Harry Potter exhibition. So I know I'm excited for that, and I'm sure that anyone else that is a Potterhead is also pretty excited. So that is all the news that I have to talk about for this video. I know that there was a lot of it. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. Don't forget once again to check out Shannon's giveaway at CanterburyRoadCo. I'll leave a link down below, and don't forget that you can use my code SuperspaceChick17 to save 17% on her candles, should you choose to do so. That's all that I have for this video, so I'll see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!